Hello folks, Reverend Crystal Cox here. Now I know that many of you have tried many different therapies for your whole life to try to get rid of old patterns. We try to set new patterns, we try to pray it away, we try to get therapy, we try all sorts of things to get rid of patterns, and sometimes it doesn't work. I've tried emotional freedom technique, I've tried hypnotism, I went to some therapists, and the idea was to try to find a way to root around somewhere inside of me and push a button and delete a pattern, okay, a memory. I've done some work where I've went back and changed a memory. I've studied a lot about your subconscious mind working in images, and to go back and create a new memory. So, you know, something bad happened, you change it in your mind. And I've studied a lot of folks that have done this to heal wounds in their physical body. You know, leg pain, just severe physical problems actually change the memory, and it actually changes the pain and changes the situation. I find that patterns keep repeating for me. I've had friends that have told me it's like we have a raw nerve out there, like a landmine, and you don't know whether someone's going to trip over it or not. Okay, you can be single for years, you get together, there it is. Okay, you think you've worked something out, boom, it hits you, and you just have to deal with it. Okay, and I'd be getting to these points of where the best I could do is just shut up. Okay, but I'd still have it come up, whether it be anger, hurt feelings, fear, abandonment issues, whatever it is, emotionally, that will come up for me that I thought, there's got to be another way, right? I've done the power of intention, I know the power of thoughts, I've done the law of attraction stuff, I've done the imagery work, and still there are things that come up for me out of nowhere. Mostly in loving relationships, but also things to do with different eating situations. There's just different things that come up that take me back to some point in time, and I have no idea where they came from or how to get rid of them, and I don't identify with them as part of who I am. And I've always thought, well, if I could just, I know that stuff's there, no matter how bad it is, no matter what happened to me, I just want to move through and just let it go and move on, okay? Well, I've talked to some people who say, well, you have to actually remember what happened so that you can let it go. Other people say, well, you don't have to restory it, so you don't have to experience it again, you just deal with the issue as it comes up. So what problem is in front of you right now, and you deal with that, okay? I have really tried to find a way. And a couple of months back, I was praying and talking to angels and asking angels from the celestial realm and special, you know, talking to goddesses and archangels and angels, and just really trying to ask for a way to lead me to something better, because there was just some things that kept coming up that I didn't want to come up. I mean, I've studied this stuff, I know better, I know how to deal with this stuff. It was like automatic, you know, so it comes up in me, it's a memory, it's a program, like I'm a computer, it's something that was inserted as a program in me, and I'm acting it out, but I know that I don't want to be, and I don't like it or identify with it. And so I was asking for help. Now, I ran across this book in the free box. There's the book, I'm going to make sure that this is still recording, and it's called Zero Limits. And Joe Vitale wrote it. Now, this does not look like a book that I would have picked up. So, it was free, which is why I grabbed it. And I like Joe Vitale because I really like his law of attraction stuff, his books on intention. He was in The Secret, the movie The Secret. I like his marketing books and books on copywriting, and so I picked the book up. It's called Zero Limits, The Secret Hawaiian System for Wealth, Health, Peace, and More. Now he's written it with this guy here, we'll just call Dr. Hugh Lin, because I can't pronounce that name. And this book is about a Hawaiian healing method called Hooponopono. I'll just give you the website too to spell it. It's hooponopono.org. So Hooponopono, which we'll just call this healing method, because you know. And it's a Hawaiian healing method. And basically, a few years back, he had healed an entire ward of allegedly criminally insane people without ever really even talking to them. He made changes in people and helped people to get through issues and hadn't even met the people. Well, I am very interested in this because I've done a lot of long distance healing. I've helped people with physical ailments and give people psychic and intuitive reading, spiritual counseling, energy work, long distance, and so I don't believe that you actually have to sit with the person to heal them in any way. So I was open to that. This book really pushed my limits of being open to something new. I've been trying the methods in this book, and I really feel like it's made a big difference. Now basically, I have quite a few videos on my sites. You can go to crystalcox.com or bringingbackgoddess.com, or you can Google this. There's quite a few videos on YouTube. He's basically saying that everything that happens to everybody, everywhere, you are to take full responsibility of. And by you, I mean me. So, if I know, one thing he likes to say is, you know, whenever there's a problem, I seem to be there. You know, because he's there when he hears about a problem. So if he hears about a problem where someone's hurt somebody, someone has had some disease, there's a car accident, someone's killed somebody, if he hears about the problem and he knows the problem, then he therefore has to take 100% responsibility for the problem. Okay, your friend sits down, tells you what's going on in their marriage or their health. That's 100% your problem to fix, not problem, responsibility. Well, I had trouble wrapping my brain around that. However, the theory is that if you clear that karma, whatever, so if I say Great Spirit, Holy Spirit, and for me it's, you know, Mother Goddess, I say, he calls us God the Divine, so basically saying the Divine Source, God, whatever I did, or my ancestors did, at any point in creation up until now, to cause this person to have cancer, please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you for clearing this energy. Okay, now that's kind of the basics. They say 4 things. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. Now, this works very well with people. So I've done this with every person in my life that I've ever known. Kind of this healing thing of forgiving them and asking for them to forgive me. And not, you don't need to talk to them, it's all in prayer. And it's all basically petitioning the divine to forgive, petitioning the divine to release this karma. Okay? So basically you want to get rid of this pattern in your life. And so you are petitioning God to remove this pattern. And you're doing this for every single thing that comes across you all the time. Okay? And so Joe Vitale's did some incredible videos on this. And this book is really good. It's free online. You can Google Zero Limits PDF and find it. I have it on some of my sites too, or you can buy it on Amazon. I prefer, you know, actual books so I can write them out. He says things like, peace be with you, all my peace. He says, peace begins with me. It's always about this, it begins with me. So whatever garbage you're spewing or dumping, you know, whatever people are doing that's around you, you then become responsible for that. You become responsible for making it right. Taking 100% responsibility for those that you spiritually counsel, those that talk to you. And you know, every single one of you are spiritual counselors. Okay? It's just a matter of what level of integrity you do it with. And when your friends are dumping on you, you have to protect yourself psychically and spiritually. You know, we're all co-counseling. We're all preachers. We're all healers. You know, we're all mothers to the world, fathers to the world. Okay, so this book is, I don't even know, I'd like to read some of it to you, but I think you really should read it and watch the videos. I've also got a Facebook page about it too, but once you start Googling this stuff, you'll find quite a bit of information on it. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. One of the things, that was from Carl Jung, quote, it's interesting about whatever spirituality I've studied, channeled information, biblical information, just so much stuff that I've studied over 20 years, this makes sense. Know thyself. Doctor, heal thyself. It's about healing me to heal everyone else and to release the karma. Peace begins with me. Healing begins with me. I'm responsible for every single thing. Let's see, when I experience memories replaying problems, I have choice. I can stay engaged in them, or I can petition divinity to free them up. Okay, and then you restore your mind. Okay, so when you're trying to pray about something, you're trying to get inspiration on a new job, a new book, or whatever you're working on, if you're listening to what's coming to you, that's inspiration. Okay, but if you have old patterns, you're listening to patterns repeat. The patterns are creating the inspiration or the words that are coming to you. So you have information coming to you, but it's not from the divine. It's not inspired. You have to clear the problem. So then when you feel something weird come up in you, if you're like, you look at the problem and you say, I love you. Thank you. Please forgive me. Basically, thank you for clearing this up. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. And every time something comes up with you, so instead of shutting up, like when something bothers me, instead of not like reacting, getting angry, letting, you get to a place through therapy and through studying spiritual stuff and really working on yourself through the years, you get to a place where when someone says something, you don't react that way anymore. Okay, like if you're an abuser, you don't hit him anymore, you might not verbally abuse, you might not yell, you might not, whatever your particular thing is, you might get to a place where you're not doing that anymore, but you're still feeling it. You're stopping yourself because you've grown and you understand it's a problem. But how do you get rid of it? Okay, and they also talk about, like Joe Vitale talked about at the seminars, how you have something that works every time. Okay, because if you're using emotional freedom technique, using some of these different things, they're working sometimes, but other times they're not working. You know, what's something that works every single time? And you know, you're creating karma every day. So if you're offered a new job, or you got a new lover come into your life, or you're dealing with something with your kids, or your diet, or you're overweight, or body pain, whatever's going on in your life, you're coming from old patterns, old programs repeating. You need to neutralize, get rid of, change, remove those programs so that you are clear. And once you've cleared, then divine inspiration can come to you and you can act on that. Okay? Now this book explains it well. There's a lot of good videos that explain it well. Let's see. There's another quote by Arthur Schopenhauer. Every man takes the limit of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. Okay, so your patterns create where it is that you're limited on moving forward. Okay, loving yourself, improving your life, it's very, very tough to grasp, to take 100% responsibility for what's happening to yourself and everybody else. But this is really amazing stuff. Basically, you're turning it over to the divine. And I've done that. I'm like, I visualize it, and I turn it over, and I cut the cords. I studied at the Berkeley Psychic Institute. I've studied all different kinds of healing modalities and visualization, and just like I just said, and tons of prayer and working with angels. But neutralizing the program that's causing me to, that's interfering with me having divine inspiration on certain things in my life, okay? There's certain areas in my life, I love life, there's certain relationships with certain people There's certain things where old patterns are still playing and I cannot neutralize them enough to move through them. And this has really helped me to do that. And so I wanted to share it with you folks. Again, it's called Hooponopono. And that is spelled Hooponopono.org is the website. Okay, Dr. Hugh Lynn, Joe Vitale, the book Zero Limits. And I'll look at some videos on YouTube on this. And he always ends his emails with POI, which is peace of I. Okay, here's another quote. Our subjective inner life is what really matters to us human beings, yet we know and understand relatively little of how it arises and how it functions in our conscious will to act. So it also talks about, our subconscious mind creating our consciousness. So I've tried to work with my subconscious mind. I've tried to do hypnotism, didn't work. I've tried to do visualization, didn't work. Petitioning the divine to clear up anything that's ever happened since the beginning of time. Well, it's pretty amazing. This is a really amazing book, and if you've struggled with patterns in your life, with old programs and old memories ruling your life, no matter what therapy or modality or new age or self-help or visualization or intention or law of attraction or anything you've ever done, if it's still not working, you still have that stuff come up. And I'm telling you, just because you're behaving yourself, you tell yourself the truth, you're still feeling. You want to get rid of it forever, right? Well, this is one way that's helping me, and we'll see how it goes. But basically, it's I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. So check this book out, Zero Limits. And if you have any questions on this, email me, reverendcrystalcox@gmail.com. I'll give you a link to the book for free online, or you can buy it on Amazon. Like I said, I prefer a book because, I like to underline lots and lots of things. So this is definitely a book to have. You have to find a way, pray and ask for help, find a way to neutralize and clear old patterns so that you can begin a new life. Whether it's pain, poverty, relationships, whatever you got going on, depression, you need to remove the old patterns. And if none of your ways have been working, then try this. Hooponopono. Hooponopono. God bless you all.